What's up everyone, here is AhkTaar and welcome back on my YouTube channel. In this video I want to show you one more time this team right here because I increased many things and so my damage are really higher than before, and so I want to show you that and tell you why. So here we are. First of all, let's run the fight and see the damage, and then I'm gonna talk about the things I did to improve my power, increase my damage with my heroes. So here we are. The fight begins. I'm using Ikina. I'm using Lucia. I'm using Nicholas exclusive 3, yeah, for sure, but this team here can survive. If I replace Ikina by Hezonja, for example, they are gonna proc the apple because I won't have these debuffs on the boss, cold 2 and wet 2, and this is really important. This is why Ikina, in my opinion, is way better than Hezonja on this guild boss, and you are gonna see that I am doing more damage than on the other account I have, just because basically my hero dies on the other account, but here it's not the case. And my Ikina is pretty nice built today. She has a lot of speed. The fact is she needs to play the more often as possible and use her skills not in one row. I mean, you need to use her first active skill before the ultimate, before changing the form, otherwise you're gonna lose your buffs. So the damage are pretty nice for now. I still have the apple. 12 million damage on turn number 6 with Ikina, which is pretty high. Nicholas here is here in order to increase my speed to put the apple, but in fact you can replace him by a Visily and maybe it is still gonna work. You know what? I'm gonna try that right after. Because now I have Combat Vanguard on my Catherine, I just have the Master Research Aura, 1 star on my Nicholas, and so it's not gonna make a huge difference if I'm using a Visily instead. 15 million damage almost on turn number 9. Which is pretty nice for an Ikina. And she has a 31 layers of vortex debris for now. And the damage are already pretty high. And I still have all the apples. Wet 2 and cold 2 again, which is perfect. And maybe in this team I could replace my Nicholas by or my Catherine by a Veronica. It will work pretty well, I think, because I would deal a lot of damage with Veronica and I would put some poisons on the boss to lower his attack, his damage. 21 million damage with Ikina, but for now she's gonna have the attack down from the boss, so she is lacking some speed in order to be efficient. Attack down, and so she's gonna use her ultimate with the attack down, which is pretty bad. 200 millions reached. I still have the apple on every hero, and this is because of Ikina. 24 million damage here, pretty nice. I can still tank the crit damage on the basic attack of the boss turn number 15 without proccing the apple, thanks to the wet debuff my Ikina put on the boss. Now I have the okay, I don't have the attack down anymore. Normally I should do an extra attack. Okay, 25 more million damage. Now the damage are pretty nice. And I still have the apple on everyone. And I could tank the last basic attack of the boss without proccing the apple because of wet. And this is thanks to Ikina. She is amazing for this kind of content. Final result, 309 million. 128 million on Ikina, 174 million on Lukia. But in fact, my Ikina is not built the same as my Lukia. She has way more stats, so it's normal. I think that she can do the same. If I have the extra exclusive and if I have the same aura, then my Ikina will do exactly the same. There is no better hero between these two. She is the best hero, definitely the best DPS to bring against the guild boss. In my opinion, this is the case. She deals crazy amount of damage, but also she reduces damage from the boss, and this is why, in my opinion, she is the best DPS to bring here. So let me show you the smart casting here. This is what I have on my Nicholas. I have the priority on this skill, and I'm using this one to heal my heroes when I did some heals. Here I open the fight with the basic attack on my Catherine. I have then the priority on this skill and the second priority on the ultimate. I have a lot of speed because I'm building my heroes again around the speed today. Then this is my Ben Austin. I blocked this skill normal. I want to use only the ultimate here, and indeed the exclusive 3. It is mandatory if you want to make some pursuit on every turn with your heroes. Then this is my Ikina. I have a huge amount of speed on her. 2100 almost. This is so important on your DPS for the guild boss to have more speed than the boss. If you don't have more than 2000 speed, then you are gonna lose the first turn. And it's not gonna be optimal because the boss will always play before your heroes if you don't have a speed buff. And then this, okay, sorry, I forgot to mention that I am using the second skill as the priority, so it is really important because my Ben Austin or the other heroes are applying some buffs on my Ikina, and if you are using this one first and then this one right after, by transforming into the second form, you are gonna lose your buffs. Okay, it is really important to desynchronize your skills on her. Also, because if you are using the aura skill master on Ben Austin, every time he's gonna use a skill, he's gonna put a buff increasing the damage on all your heroes, and so if you are using that before this one, you are gonna lose this buff, and so the aura is useless. So really important to use this one first. And then this is my Lukia. I'm using her with more speed than the boss, and priority to the ultimate, and second priority to the first active skill. So then, what am I doing to increase my power? First of all, the thing you have to do 100%, no matter where you are in the faction abyss, what stage you can farm, the best DPS you have on your account, you want to focus on this faction first. If you are using a Hezonja, if you want to build him correctly, focus on the Dragon Tribe. Build your heroes here. Try to get the higher as possible and to farm in auto the higher stage you can. This is really important because you can get some legendary runes here, and even if you are farming only the stage 18 or 19, you can get lucky and get some legendary runes or some purples and craft your purples to get some legendaries. And also you get some tokens, and it is really important because you want to use the tokens to increase the power of your heroes. If I show you, for example, I am focusing my Lukia for now. She is level 25 on the aura without any star here. Really important. This is the only hero I am focusing on the game. So if I show you other heroes, for example, I focused her a bit for PvE, and she is level 16 here on the aura. And if I show you my Ikina in comparison, it is still level 4 because I don't have all the heroes to farm efficiently this faction abyss. So imagine if this aura was level 25, look at the difference in stats. 8% attack rate, and here on my Lukia I have almost 20 more percent. Imagine my Ikina having 20 more percent attack. She would be just insane because she is already doing great. So this is the first advice I have. Then the second one. Also, around the faction abyss, the first aura you want to have on your heroes is the Combat Vanguard aura, and this is what I have on my Catherine. And the first aura you want to max out is the same aura, the Combat Vanguard. Here, as you can see, I have a AhkTaar aura on my Catherine. This is clearly not obtainable for free or fast, I mean, but this aura is the easiest to get because it requires to have only, if I show you on this hero for example, it requires only runes number 1, 2 and 3, and this is the easiest runes to get in the game, and the power you get, the damage bonus you get here is just insane. If I show you here the stats for the rates, for example, 18%, 16%, 15% chance to get the number 1, 2 and 3. In comparison with the others, it's really easier to get. You have the same drop rates in Faction Abyss. Okay, so this is really important. Then let's talk about different things, more accessible. The talents. This is what I focused on my heroes. On the attacker, I maxed out the attack here. In my opinion, this is the most important thing you want to have on your heroes for your attackers. If you are planning to use poisoners, burners, bleeders, direct damage heroes, the attack is gonna fit perfectly your attempt. Otherwise, if you are having only a Hezonja, then you want to focus on the HP first. On my supports, speed first. On my defense unit, speed first. And on mark talents, look at that. This is what I maxed out. I don't have 20 everywhere. I reworked my talents. I maxed out the attack here. And this is why I have so much attack on my Lucia. 30 here, 24 here, and now I am maxing my speed. Really important. I don't care about the effect hit and the resistance. I don't care about some extra HP and defense because here at the end of the day it's not giving a lot of stats on your heroes. The level 2 stats here are not the best. Focus on first your stats here. If you increase your HP here, you're gonna get 1000 HP bonus. If you're increasing one level here, you're gonna get only between 300 and 400 HP on your heroes. It's the same for the defense and for the attack. You get 100 attack bonus on your heroes, increasing this skill here, this talent. You get only between 30 and 40 speed attack on your heroes, increasing this talent. So really important. And you want to max your crit rate and crit damage for sure. But first of all, if you have a lot of attack on your heroes, it's gonna benefit the maximum heroes on your account. Really important. And I'm doing that on all my marks. 30 here and 20 here, 19 here, and on the green mark it's different because here I'm not using direct damage heroes. I focused on the speed for my space and on the HP, really important. Then it's up to you to increase what you think you need on your account. If you are not focusing the guild boss, then maybe it's not mandatory to increase your attack first, but I think this is a good thing to do. And now I'm focusing on my speed, to increase the speed of my Sindo, of my Catherine, my Lucia, my AhkTaar, etc. All my red mark heroes, really important in my opinion. And finally, yeah, then the last, another thing, before talking about that, yeah, let's talk about the gear. The gear is a good way to increase the stats on your heroes, but it's a long farm, a long way. Here I had been lucky on these pieces of gear coming from the campaign. I had many good stats here for my Lucia and here also. What am I doing is I am trying every stuff to increase the stats of my Lucia. If it is not better than the stats I have already on her, then I don't change my stuff and I put the stuff I've tried to build on my other heroes. This is my priority and I'm doing that for my two heroes here. I spend hours in order to try to increase a bit of stats on them. Look at that. This is my Ikina. She has 41k attack, 2100 speed, 100% crit rate, 200% and 40% crit damage, and 41% effect hit. You don't need that much effect hit in comparison. If you are using Nicholas or Visily, you don't need much than that. And then on my Lucia, this is what I have. She has crazy stats because I focused everything on these two heroes. Almost 50k attack. She would have the 50k if I was king in arena. I am diamond 3 at the moment. 2057 speed. I have 65% crit rate, 206% crit damage, and 130% mastery. She deals a crazy amount of damage on the guild boss, and she has no effect hit. Yeah, effect hit is not mandatory on her for the guild boss, because if you have her exclusive 3, if she deals some crits, then she's gonna 100% apply. She is forced to apply the bleeds on the ultimate, so it's enough. And finally, yeah, the last way to increase your power, your damage, etc. is to increase your sanctuary, but it's over time. It's by summoning your heroes, farming the Dragon Cliff maybe. Yeah, maybe it can be a great idea to farm the Dragon Cliff today if you want to increase your power, the sanctuary, even if you don't have the skill ups or the potions on your heroes. The sanctuary is the best way to have free stats on your heroes, so maybe it's a good thing to farm the Dragon Cliff today, even if it costs a lot of energy. So that was all for the video. Sorry, I said I wanted to try using Visily instead of Nicholas, so let's replace Nicholas by Visily to see if it does work or not. So Visily, and I want to put first this skill to lower the attack more often on the boss. So let's try that and see. So normally I will have less damage on my heroes, but it's because Nicholas with his passive is giving more damage to my heroes. So the damage are gonna be lower, but still gonna be great normally. And I'm pretty safe now because I have the attack down on the boss when I need it, thanks to Visily. How much speed do I have on Visily though? Okay, I have a lot of speed, so it's okay. Attack down on the boss, so now I'm pretty safe. But yeah, I agree, I'm dealing way less damage, but still I am safer than before. And I'm 100% sure to get the 200 million damage. And I should have something around 250 million damage, I'm pretty sure about that. Don't need the apple when you have Visily. 13 million damage already with Ikina, so she is still hitting really hard on the boss without Nicholas. I lost a turn on my Ikina, right? Think the boss turned my Ikina when she wasn't in a Way of Ocean form, because when she is in the second form she can't be controlled. So maybe because of that, I'm gonna launch one less big attack on the boss. I don't know. We are gonna have to find out. So 140 million already, turn number 12. I am still alive with all my heroes. Ooh, he's gonna use the basic attack and I don't have the attack down, but I could tank that just because of the wet debuff on the boss. And I took a crit, but I am still alive. And now I have the attack down. I still think that Catherine is a great hero to use here, because if you are using your DPS here, if you don't have a cleanser, then you are attacking with an attack down, and this is why the attack, the cleanse is really important with Catherine. And also, okay, I lost one hero. Okay. So maybe I have to change some things in the team, because I lost one hero. I lost my hero earlier than I was expecting. I have to change that, but normally it should work. Normally it should work. just a matter of speed. You just have to build your speed on Visily in order to get the attack down when the boss has his basic attack, so he doesn't kill your heroes. This is really important. I haven't focused that before, but it should work normally. Oh, by the way, this is the French video. I tried it again with Visily, and look at the damage here. Using a Visily, let me run the video here. The maximum damage I was able to reach using a Visily with this team was 271 million damage, which is pretty insane in fact, using a Visily. Yeah, she is great, and as I said right before, if you are adjusting her speed in order to get the attack down on the boss when you need it, then you are gonna survive, and this is what happened here. Yeah, this is working pretty well, and maybe you can replace Ikina by Hezonja here, but still, Ikina with the damage reduction thanks to Code and Wet 2, she is insane. 271 million damage, almost the same as when I used Nicholas before. Pretty insane, isn't it? So, that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye!